Thank you, Michelle. Fox 4 digging deeper into that Cape Coral home that hosted a Memorial Day weekend party that turned deadly. One person died and two others were hurt. Happened early Saturday morning outside the home on Southeast 12th Court. Neighbors say this house is notorious for having out-of-control parties. And as 4 in your corner Sarah Belsol is learning, the home is no stranger to police. Sarah?
Well, that's right, Patrick. Since July of 2013, Cape Coral police have responded to the home more than 25 times for complaints of wild parties, underage drinking, and domestic disputes. Neighbors say enough is enough, but I discovered city ordinances are limiting the help they can get. During the day, it looks like a quiet house in the neighborhood, but when the sun goes down on the weekends,
they've got massive parties going on.
Early Saturday morning, police say Christopher Manley shot and killed one person. Two others were wounded when a fight broke out at one of the parties. But this wasn't the first time Cape Coral police have been to this home. They've responded dozens of times over the past few years, including 3 times within 24 hours before the murder. Officers responded to complaints of a loud party at 1:49 a.m. on the 23rd. Later that day at 11 p.m., 7 officers showed up writing citations. Then at 2 a.m., dispatch received 7 calls from neighbors about gunshots.
My initial reaction is that it's really unfortunate for the neighbors who've been dealing with this problem for as long as that they've been dealing with it.
And even more frustrating for police.
We want to do everything that we can to put a stop to it, but we have certain limitations placed on us by statute.
The first limitation, the partiers usually shut down the party before officers arrive.
We have to see it happening in order for us to issue a citation of any kind.
The second limitation, Cape Coral doesn't have a nuisance abatement program to get rid of houses for excessive complaints related to loud and disruptive parties. Instead, a home can only be cited for city code violations related to things like overgrown lawns and trash. Raina Erbrick represents the district where the house is located. Is it frustrating sometimes that the city doesn't have certain laws in place to take it a next step further?
You know, and you have to be careful when you start to enact laws to take things a step further, because there are unintended consequences. But in stopping that problem, you may create 3 others.
In the meantime, police say they will continue responding to the home and issuing citations when they can.
We have a large number of tools in our toolbox, but most of them really are targeting around the problem.
Neighbors say the home had another house party the day after the murder. Christopher Manley is in jail tonight with no bond. Live in the studio, Sarah Belsol, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think city officials should give law enforcement more power to handle situations like these, or are the rules in place working? Call us with your answer, 239-206 Fox 4.